Hi, my name is Tiffany Thomas, conducting an interview for Young Bori. My shadows is D'Angelo Justinas, Bori Adams, Money, and Mrs. Silent the Pharmacist, supervised by Dr. Silent the Pharmacist. The first thing I'm going to do is ask you to throw up your macros. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to go over the HP rules, the MD rules, and the RP rules with you. HP rules: do not resuscitate patients in streets around the hospital, PvP territory zones, or army base. No attending PvP territory without a rank 7 or above. Do not treat patients with weapons drawn. Do not stand or cell on the main lobby floor. Do not stand on any back bush or surround the hospital areas to chill or take breaks. Ride around in the city or the floor 2 if unoccupied, or the cafeteria instead. Do not go AFK while on duty. The punishment is a 3-day ban, demotions, and funds reset. Do not be disrespectful to patients or colleagues. Punishment is immediate dismissal. No combat fighting whatsoever. Break away and run if you cannot. /help RP4. The desk rules is max 2 staff per desk in rank order: brown, maroon, blue, white, and then green. Up to 3 staff may line up in the hallway in the same rank order: brown, maroon, blue, white, and then green. For the med restock, if your wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If it's under 5 minutes, you can please wait in the cafeteria. The entry rules: for the front door is a rank 6 and above only. For the front parking lot is a rank 7 and above only. Do not spawn the bus ever on any day without DCP or CP permission. Radio checks are mandatory. You must respond using the 10-4 copy macro. Now we're going to go into the MD rules. MD1. Refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations where armed players are present at the scene. The punishment is 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD2. Providing medical aid during dangerous situations. Selling medication or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and the player, including but not limited to during an escalating conflict, an active shootout, a turf war, etc. Punishment is 1 warning from the faction leadership. Compliance with project rules is MD3. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD4. Improper RP behavior. Failure to adhere with RP rules while interacting with players, while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. The punishment is from 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1. Disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment is 1 reprimand or dismissal at the discretion of the faction leadership. MD 4.2. Non-compliance with orders. Failure to comply with leadership orders or to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment is 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3. Assault on civilians. Assaulting civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD 5. Use of weapons. Medical personnel are strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD 6. Criminal activity. Intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or joining factions during activities where medical participation is not intended. This punishment is dismissal from the faction. MD 7. Use of surface vehicles for personal purposes. Using official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. The punishment is 1 warning from the faction. MD 7.1. Use of personal vehicles. Using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. The punishment is 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD 8. Unauthorized issuance of recovery notes. Issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital. Issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. The punishment is 1 warning from faction leadership. RP rules. RP 13. NRP faction actions. violating RP conduct within a faction, including the unwarranted release of players from jail. Punishment: dismissal from the faction and or from 30 minutes in jail up to a 3-day account ban. RP 14, sexual harassment. Any form of sexual action, including simulation and explicit dialogue or actions, the use of ethnic and or LGBTQIA slurs, stalking other players, or excessive verbal detail and description with sexual undertones. All sexual actions between players must be performed with the prior consent of all participating individuals. Such actions must not take place in public areas or areas frequently visited by other players, included but not limited to jail, hospital, job zones, parking lots, etc. Punishment is a 60-minute mute of voice and text chat or an account ban ranging from 24 hours to 30 days. RP 15, provocation of faction members, intentionally provoking members of any faction for entertainment or with the intent to disrupt the faction's operations. Punishment: 30 minutes in jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts committed against emergency medical personnel. Punishment from 90 minutes in jail to a 12-hour account ban. If you have any questions. Okay, now we can get into the questions. My first question is going to be, how do you deal with a difficult coworker? How do you deal with a difficult coworker? The floor is closed. This is an interview. Can you please leave? How do you deal with a difficult coworker?
Stay calm every time, all the time.
That's true, but if it gets to a point, you can always record and report it to your supervisor as well, because we all have rules that we need to follow, okay?
Okay.
My second question is, if you seen Dr. Silent outside the hospital and he was shot and he was asking you to pick him up, what would you do?
No pick him up.
That's correct. You leave him there. We don't pick anyone up outside or around the hospital at all. If your med restock was 8 minutes, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
If your med restock time is 8 minutes, what do you do?
We stop.
If your wait time is 8 minutes, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Wait in the cafeteria.
So if your wait time is above 5 minutes, you're going to go on an EMS run or a med delivery.
Gotcha.
Okay, Mrs. Silent? Mrs. Silent, your question? D'Angelo?
Yes,
Your 2 questions, please.
I got you. How you doing, young? My
I'm
first
doing fine.
question, my first question is to you. Tell me one HP rule.
One HP rule is no do CPR to nobody around HP area, PVP area, base area.
Okay, that's correct. My next question is to you. What days are we allowed to drive the what is it called? The HP van.
He means, when do you spawn the bus?
Yeah, when we get what days are we allowed to spawn the bus? Thank you, Mr. T.
Never.
That's correct. We are never allowed to drive the spawn the bus.
Bo Adams, your 2 questions.
Sure. So first question is, you are on emergency runs and you come upon the scene. Obviously, the person that you're supposed to be picking up is in that red circle, but there's also another person that needs help as well. Who do you help first and why?
So if I'm on duty and I have a call like this, so I will pick up the first who has in the red circle. Why? Because it's mandatory. And after I pick the call, then I will help the another patient.
Okay. Great, great. And secondly, you see someone who is of higher rank than you doing something incorrect. What do you do?
So you said seven or higher, the rank. Basically, I'll call.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
I'm sorry. I said call the supervisor and
More money?
So my first question is, are you allowed to be a personal medic to gang members? Like, are they allowed to pay you to help them out?
no.
Okay. And my second question is, if you see other green scrubs going through the front door, are you allowed to go to the front through the front door?
Nope.
Okay. That's all my questions. You're good.
Dr. Silent?
My first question is, where do you see yourself in the faction for the next?
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Where do you see yourself in the faction in the next 5 weeks?
Um. Wow, man. In the ID.
Do you do you see yourself as a white coat in the next 5 months or what?
Uh. Yeah.
My second question is, how important is the chain of commands?
Extremely important. That's the main stuff. That's how we can communicate the thing that we're doing on duty, off duty.
All right, those are my two questions.
Thank you,
Okay.
Doc.
And for the 10th question, if you had patients that were in front of you yelling, screaming, emoting, how would you handle that situation?
First, I'm trying to calm them down. Um, and if they have weapons, so I told them to put the weapon away. If not, I can speak with the supervisor on the floor, and yeah, that's the thing that I would do.
Okay, and this will conclude the interview for Young Bori.